Did you know that in ancient Korea, there existed a fascinating profession called jizang? They were skilled female entertainers trained in arts like music, dance, and poetry, often serving in aristocratic settings. But Manhyang was unlike any other. Her story is one of profound devotion and a will as unwavering as the mountains themselves. As the evening glow softened over the ancient city of Hamheung, Hwang Ju-ha, the newly appointed magistrate, rode through its streets, his curiosity piqued by everything he saw. He peppered his coachman with questions about the houses and the trees, eager to learn about his new jurisdiction. Rounding a corner near a tranquil pond, his gaze fell upon a woman walking towards them. "That woman appears to be a jizang," he remarked. "Indeed, master," the coachman replied. "Among the jizangs, she is most famous here in Hamheung." "A famous jizang, you say? What is her name?" "She is called Manhyang. Her beauty, elegant writing, and exceptional singing and dancing have made her renowned throughout Hamheung. Yet, she is famous for another reason as well. She has many talents. What else is she known for?" "She is famous for refusing invitations to entertain and for rejecting gifts that are sent to her," the coachman revealed. "How truly peculiar," Ju-ha mused. As dusk deepened, the coachman hastened their journey. That night, Magistrate Hwang Ju-ha lay in his bed, unable to sleep. Manhyang's image lingered vividly in his mind. He had encountered many jizangs in various towns during his service, but Manhyang's face remained unforgettable. Even before falling asleep, he found himself recalling her image. Meanwhile, Manhyang's heart was equally restless. She wondered how a mere fleeting encounter could leave such a lasting impression. Due to her beauty and exceptional talents, many men in the city admired her. But she, though a jizang, had never given her heart to anyone. Her mother constantly worried, "What if trouble befalls you?" Manhyang would always reply, "Mother, is not a jizang also a woman? All I desire is to serve but one person in my life." The next day, Hwang Ju-ha summoned Manhyang. Manhyang sat gracefully before him, meticulously adorned. "Have you learned to read and write?" he asked. "I have learned a little," she replied. "I hear you are skilled in singing and dancing." "I only know how to mimic them," she humbly stated. "What is your family name?" "I am of the Jeong clan." "Have you ever served a master before?" "It is presumptuous for a jizang like myself to speak this way, but I have learned from ancient wisdom that a virtuous woman serves but one husband. Though the term virtuous woman may be undeserved for one of my station, I strive to uphold that principle." Hwang Ju-ha was filled with admiration at her reply. He fell into thought. Perhaps her quick acceptance of his summons was due to circumstances she could not refuse. "If you are unwilling, you may leave now." "Master, you possess the power to command the world, yet it seems you still do not know my heart." As he watched Manhyang sitting so beautifully, love began to bud in Hwang Ju-ha's heart. 3 years passed, and it was one day as they were happily sharing their feelings. "Do not grieve too deeply. I will take you to Seoul later," Hwang Ju-ha comforted Manhyang, who sat dispiritedly. But Manhyang remained silent, gazing only at the flickering candlelight. Hwang Ju-ha, by virtue of his official position, had no choice but to transfer to another region, and Manhyang could not defy his duty. "It is already more than I deserve that you, master, have loved a humble person like me so deeply. What more could I wish for? You know my heart, master, and this body, which I have given to you, shall never be allowed to another. You said you would call for me again in Seoul, but if you leave now, it may be difficult to see you again. Please, master, grant me just a few strands of your hair as a keepsake." She held Wang Juha's hair wrapped in a handkerchief close to her heart as they parted. So profound was her sorrow and despair that Manhyang refused to eat for several days. Juha from Seoul sent heartfelt letters to console her aching heart. Then a new magistrate was appointed who summoned the Jizangs for roll call. Manhyang, looking weak and dispirited, stood reluctantly. Her sorrowful appearance immediately captivated the new magistrate. Though over 50, the new magistrate was vigorous and youthful in appearance, and he already kept 3 concubines at his main residence in Seoul. He habitually called Jizangs to serve him every night in every district he visited, and inevitably he commanded Manhyang to attend him. "My health is not well, so it is difficult for me to attend to you immediately. Please grant me some time to recover," Manhyang stated, a phrase she had devised after agonizing all night. "Then take 10 days to recuperate and come back." The magistrate even gave her 10 nyang, a sum of old Korean currency, for new clothes. 10 days later, Manhyang appeared before the magistrate. Delighted, the magistrate ordered drinks and soon became thoroughly intoxicated. Manhyang, however, felt as if she were sitting on a bed of needles. "I will return shortly after using the restroom," she said, untying her skirt strings and rising. However, a long time passed and she did not return. "Why is she taking so long?" the magistrate grumbled, sending a servant to find her in the outhouse. But Manhyang was not there. They searched her house and the entire village, but she had vanished without a trace. The next morning, a servant was drawing water from a well. He raised the bucket to pour out the water, but it was empty. "That's strange. I distinctly lowered the bucket," he thought, and peered into the well. In the dry well, a woman was sitting. It was Manhyang. "It's the lady." The servant hastily called for help, and she was pulled out. As soon as she was out, water miraculously began to flow back into the well, which had been dry. "She is a truly formidable woman," the magistrate declared, his fury from the previous night now subsided. He bowed his head, ashamed of having disregarded her as merely a Jizang the night before. He realized that she had thrown her life away to protect her chastity. Thinking that the well had itself miraculously dried up to save Manhyang, he felt awe, believing this was heaven protecting her integrity and saving her life. The magistrate apologized, praising her steadfast heart, and sent her home. Back in her home, Manhyang would take out the strands of Juha's hair, which she had obtained through her earnest request, once each day, longing for him. Juha, too, would occasionally send her letters to inquire about her well-being. Then, one day, Manhyang noticed something alarming. The strands of Juha's hair, which she cherished, had turned completely white. Worried for Juha's safety, she made inquiries about him in Seoul, only to receive the devastating news that he had suddenly passed away. By the time Manhyang arrived in Seoul, his funeral had already taken place. Instead of returning home, Manhyang sought out Juha's burial site. She built a small hut nearby and, regardless of rain or snow, remained there, observing a 3-year mourning period. "Mother, please forgive your unfilial daughter. How lonely you must have been all this time." Her mother, with tears of old age in her eyes, embraced her. "My dear, how much you have suffered. You have accomplished what even women of noble birth might not. My heart is filled with joy, and I am so incredibly proud of you." After completing the 3 years of mourning, Manhyang devoted herself to her mother with the utmost care. However, a year later, her mother passed away. Having respectfully arranged her mother's funeral, Manhyang ceased to eat or drink and soon followed her in death. All who heard Manhyang's tragic story were moved to tears. The tale eventually reached the king, who, deeply impressed by her unwavering chastity and profound filial piety, ordered a Jolyo Wui Jongman, a commemorative gate of chastity and filial piety, to be erected at her home as a mark of honor. This gate, still standing in Manhyangjeon, Hamheung, commemorates Manhyang's unwavering will and profound chastity to this day. This story of Manhyang, a legend passed down in Korea, holds particular significance because the historical footprints and locations within the narrative truly exist. These tangible sites allow us to connect with the past in a unique way, making the mysterious tales even more real. What did you think of Manhyang's unwavering devotion? Did her story move your heart? Thank you for joining us on this journey through Korea's mysterious past. Don't forget to subscribe to Mystery Footprints, Korea legends and sites for more captivating tales rooted in real history and culture.